the invitation to come and share just briefly a little bit about the city's budget, our budget process, and the decision-making process that we're going through as a city staff, and I am working with our city council on. We're really focusing a little bit differently this year. It's not that it's completely new, but I think that one of the things as a new person here to the community that I recognized is that for many years the city of Corvallis has been able to operate in times of great prosperity. And it occurred to me that decision-making as it relates to spending of taxpayer dollars becomes a little bit easier during times of budget. We will need to reduce expenses somewhere between $1.5 million to $2.5 million. That probably doesn't come as a surprise to anybody in this room. How we go about doing that is really going to be the challenge. And I've been told by a number of people in the community, solicited comments and unsolicited as well, how I should go about proposing to do that. Like opportunities to talk to groups like this is because I try to focus on the two I's. My job too is inform and inspire. Because we do have a bright future ahead. We just have to do the right things. And one of the things that occurs to me in Corvallis is that there are many groups of people who have exercised their right as citizens to come and share their thoughts with our elected officials. And they do that on a quite regular basis. And so it shouldn't surprise any of us that those people who utilize what I consider to be one of the best citizen-engaged processes in our state, they exercise their right to participate, to be engaged, to show up. And some of the things that happen as a result of that may frustrate. I come here to this community to suggest that we can be all things to all people. We have a budget reduction of $1.5 million to $2.5 million. And this is what I know for certain, that if we have an active and engaged citizenry, and I invite everybody to the table, I think I can get pretty close to unanimous agreement that we need to make sure the budget's balanced. The challenge is a goal of this council. The challenge is to keep them focused on the goals. In Corvallis, you can have 4 goals that can turn into 20. I think it points out, one of the many weaknesses that we have as an entity. Government, a lot of times, is not as open, does not provide as much information as the public really needs. I don't think that's necessarily the case here in City Council. And I can tell you for certain that when there's a room full of 100 versus a room full of 4, you start thinking a little bit differently. And you don't have to say a thing. But you showed up. People are paying attention. Politicians know they're being watched now, don't they? They do. And I think it's a matter of, by showing up, you're holding people accountable. And then there are always breaks at meetings. Well, you get to talk to people and share your opinion. And the next thing you know, we've reconvened the meeting. Somebody on the Budget Commission has heard from 5 people who showed up